In this video, we will explore the conflict brewing between Jamaica and the United States over Jamaica's decision to deny diplomatic immunity and privilege to the spouse of an American diplomat due to their same-sex relationship. But before we get into this video, let me clarify one thing. Historically, it is no secret. In fact, it is well known and well documented that same-sex relationships in Jamaica has always been a criminal offense, specifically under the Buggery Law. Homosexual acts between consenting adults are illegal and may be punishable by up to 10 years in prison with hard labor. Additionally, acts of gross indecency between males are also criminalized, and that can lead to imprisonment of up to 2 years. So, with that said, why then would the United States propose the posting of same-sex ambassadors to Jamaica? It would appear as if the United States government is telling the Jamaican government that when Uncle Sam say jump, Jamaican government must simply reply, "Oh aye." The USA has absolutely no right to dictate to Jamaica, none whatsoever. In addition to doing its best to undermine the Jamaican government and its people. One could argue that the United States has bent its figurative war machines towards Jamaica, ready to pounce once again, beginning once again another campaign of ruthless destabilization of Jamaica, like it had done in the 70s. The callous and barefaced disrespect which is America's attitude towards Jamaica is not just irrational, it is downright provocative and disrespectful. Let me ask a couple of questions. Would the United States demand that a Muslim country accept same-sex diplomatic postings from the United States into their countries? Or would the US have demanded a proposed posting like this to any other country for that matter? No, I absolutely do not think so. The United States clearly has an agenda, and to me, it smells fishy. Or is the USA looking for an excuse to penalize Jamaica? Why would the United States want to post a same-sex couple to Jamaica, knowing full well that Jamaica has a long-standing law that clearly and historically outlaw homosexual activities? Could Jamaica dictate to the United States what to do or how to do it, or demand that the United States look the other way if the situation was reversed? Jamaica and the United States have enjoyed a long-standing alliance until now, but this diplomatic bullying on the part of the United States pose significant challenges. At the heart of the conflict lies Jamaica's decision to deny diplomatic immunity and privilege to the spouse of an American diplomat. Jamaica's decision to stand by its truth has triggered a series of retaliatory measures from the United States, including revoking the visas of Jamaican diplomats in the US. This situation raises some important questions and implications with regards to diplomatic and further cooperation between the two countries. Jamaica's refusal to accredit the same-sex spouse of an American diplomat is grounded in its domestic laws that does not recognize same-sex marriage, and it is a law that the USA is well aware of. I wonder then, do these people even have Bibles in their homes? If they have, they surely haven't read, nor does it appear they know where to find the explicit laws on the subject in contention. Let us look at Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. It clearly states, "You shall not lie with a male as with a woman. It is an abomination." Then at Leviticus 20, verse 13, it further states, "If a man lies with a man as with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood is upon them." Digging deeper, the same caution is found in the following books of the Bible: Romans 1, verse 26 and 27, 1 Corinthians 6, verse 9 to 11, 1 Timothy 1, verse 8 to 11, Jude 1, 7 and 8. These scriptures clearly states that it is an abomination for same-sex individuals, for example man with man or woman with woman, to engage in sexual relations with each other. So ask yourself, why should Jamaica sell its soul in exchange for America's abominations? The days of massa rule are long gone. Before we go further, I just want to thank you all for your support. And if you want to see more videos, you can also follow Elite Jamaica on TikTok. at the link provided below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you find it interesting. Now, let's take a look at the legal implications this move may have on Jamaica. This stance, with the U.S.A.'s instigation, may well ignite international and human rights politically correct busybodies. According to the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, a treaty ratified by both countries, the receiving state must provide diplomatic immunity and privileges to all members of the diplomatic staff and their families, irrespective of their sex, race, religion, or nationality. However, it did not say anything about sexual orientation or same-sex relationships. Consequently, as the USA is on a resentful path against Jamaica, they may argue that Jamaica's denial of accreditation constitutes a breach of its obligations under the convention, potentially leading to legal remedies through arbitration or other deceitful means. Political implications. The diplomatic dispute could have adverse consequences on trust and goodwill between the two nations, thereby impacting their collaboration on various matters of mutual interest. Historically, the United States and Jamaica have partnered in areas such as security, trade, health, education, and tourism. As Jamaica's largest trading partner, foreign direct investor, and provider of development assistance, the U.S. plays a pivotal role in the island nation's economic stability and growth. This dispute may jeopardize those ties, leading to tensions that hinder constructive dialogue and cooperation. And it would appear, though, that this is exactly the end result that the United States is aiming to achieve. Economic implications. The diplomatic row may have far-reaching economic consequences for both countries, particularly concerning trade and tourism. Jamaica heavily relies on exports to and imports from the US, as well as remittances from Jamaicans living in the United States. Any disruption and restriction in these economic flows could severely impact Jamaica's economic development and stability. Similarly, the US benefits from access to Jamaica's market, resources, and the influx of Jamaican tourists and investors. Escalation of the dispute could lead to a reduction in the above, leading to losses for both economies. Social implications. The diplomatic dispute holds substantial social implications, especially for those identifying as LGBTQ+, or supporting LGBTQ+ rights. Regrettably, Jamaica has a reputation for being one of the most homophobic countries globally, where LGBTQ+ individuals face discrimination, violence, and even criminalization. In stark contrast, the US has made substantial strides in advancing LGBTQ+ rights, such as legalizing same-sex marriages nationwide. The ongoing diplomatic row may exacerbate the differences in attitudes and policies towards LGBTQ+ issues between the two nations, posing challenges for advocates seeking to promote tolerance and inclusion. Cultural implications. The diplomatic dispute might also impact the cultural exchange and influence between Jamaica and the United States, which have a rich history of sharing music, art, literature, sports, and cuisine. The United States has served as a significant source of inspiration and opportunity for many Jamaican artists, musicians, writers, athletes, and chefs, who have contributed to the global recognition and appreciation of Jamaican culture. Likewise, Jamaica has enriched American culture with its distinct sounds, styles, cultural flavors, and expressions. However, the ongoing dispute may threaten this mutual appreciation and respect, erecting barriers to cultural cooperation and innovation. So in conclusion, Jamaica's refusal to accredit the same-sex spouse of an American diplomat has kindled a diplomatic dispute with profound implications for both nations. The dispute extends beyond legal and political dimensions, potentially impacting economic stability, social harmony, and cultural exchanges. To avoid further damage to their bilateral relations, both countries should actively seek resolution through dialogue and diplomacy. It is crucial for both parties to respect each other's sovereignty and diversity while honoring their commitments to international laws and human rights, which has absolutely nothing to do with same-sex or sexual orientation. While everyone has the right to make choices for themselves, it does not give an iota of rights to anyone seeking to ram their choices down others' throats. As the situation unfolds, it remains imperative for Jamaica and the US to find a common ground and uphold the principles of equality and respect, fostering a positive path forward for diplomatic relations. And with equality, we mean that both countries are sovereign nations and are free to make whatever decisions they deem fit for the country, and this includes the laws of the land. So no backdoor deal. If Jamaica say no, I just no. Not in our cabinet. Wanna get that? Thank you for watching.
And I want all my Jamaican people, my Jamaican friends in the diaspora, all around, I want you to send this to him. You're a big man. Big up, we respect you. And you have testicular fortitude. And many prime ministers in the Bahamas are scared to stand up for what is right. But you, Holiness, you, and your Holiness, you're a big man. We respect you for that. And we stand by you, we stand with you. And this is what we need across the region, because the United States of America, in their message to all of us, is that they intend to make sure that they push this agenda whether we like it or not.